Hello and welcome. I'm your host Daniel. This is the place for the fans of the Criterion Collection, international films, American classics, documentaries, animation, westerns, musicals, anything about movies, because this is CINEMIN.
He really wanted to make sure that we got to get a chance to see him, for him to be here, so thank you for being so much. This is the first TV now in the world coming to when we started to make it. Who was my pilot from you? What were you doing?
You know, my life was already fucked up because I did an 8-minute movie about the gypsy working group, and when they wrote a letter to the boss of the Communist Party, and they wrote to him, we would like to leave from the country because I cannot have chance to leave. And I was 16 years old. Let's say my crime was it. I was showing this stuff for the workers' places, and I was showing them this shit, and you know, the Communist Party did not forgive me, and it means I could not be a university student. I was on the blacklist because I went with this amateurship to the worker place, one hand with my 8mm projector, right hand the magnetophone, because the sound and the picture were separated and we had just some synchro point. You know, the problem was by the end, I had to be, because I applied to the university and they said to me, never ever. Okay. And I went and I became a worker in a ship factory. And I was holding so many hard and heavy pieces of irons. And of course, my body, which it was almost the same, maybe less kilograms because I was younger. And you know what? I was all the time this kind of people. And I met with this family, not the whole family, because just Irene and her husband and their daughter, and they scouted a fucking small hole, which is not really, because they did not have any place, and they scouted, and you know what happened? They got a warning, and I knew them, and they got a warning, the police will take out them. And of course, I still had this 8mm camera. And I decided, okay, I go and I want to shoot how the police take out them. And what happened? I was there with my small Soviet 8mm. I was 18 years old, and of course, police took me out immediately, arrested me, and they took me to the police station, and they kept me there until when they finished, until when their bag, cupboard, and everything was on the street, and fuck off. I could not shoot. And I decided somehow, okay, if I cannot shoot, I have to show in a different way. And that was the different way to find, and I founded this kind of half-independent underground way, and then because afterwards I know a lot of things about this community who was living in this neighborhood and districts, and I was very familiar with them. And then afterwards I tried to build up a fiction which is never happened, real, but, and by the end I understand, this action is not important. The police is taking out is obvious, but the main issue is their family drama, and how are they living? How are they being? And that was my goal. Not the story, not the news, and not nothing important. Just what is happening between a woman and a man. Because this is the key issue. I was only 22. And I had a feeling, of course, I was a worker in the sheep factory, and I knew a lot of things about life. That's why I'm telling for you, who is a young filmmaker, or who needs my advice, what can I say? You have to learn and understand the life and the style and the way of the filming will find you. You will get it quickly, immediately. No, it's not. That's happened with me. I did not care about style. For me, the camera, it was just a fucking tool. And I just wanted to change the world.
Did you have a mentor, someone helping you back then?
No. I did not need any mentor. I don't think. You know, if you need mental, it means you have to go back to the children's garden.
So then, how would you describe your relationship with young filmmakers if it's not mentorship?
You have to ask them, because what is means mentor? You know, when I'm working with some young people, I'm never sharing with them what I have done, because all of them are absolutely different. And I cannot give them rules. I cannot tell them, okay, you do on this way or that way. You know what I'm doing? I'm always asking them, why do you think this is the best way? And if I see on their eyes they are convinced, I'm glad. And I'm with them. You know, my job with a young filmmaker is very simple. Help him. And you know, mostly we have friendships, I'm not an authority. We are together. Doesn't matter if somebody is coming from Japan or Iceland, but somehow it makes me happy when I see my Icelander guy won his first feature in Cannes. It's great. And if they need, you know what I'm doing usually? I'm giving my name, which is somehow give kind of protection, and that's enough. And of course, I want all of them to flower, to be themselves. I never ever say, did I to tell you to do on this way or to you to do that way? Never. Two of them, I think. Anyway, you know, you have to be open. And if you are not open, why are you doing your life?
I find it very interesting that, family is the central issue, the central problem between the couple is that they don't have a home of their own. And in your recent installation, Missing People, you're also dealing with homelessness. Interesting to me that you always seem to care about this particular issue of the homeless or people that don't have a home. And in Los Angeles, we have a big problem with that. So I just wonder why do you find that particular issue interesting, compelling?
I was with them, and I saw their life. Of course, if you don't have home, it is a serious issue. But I hope this movie, because when I did it, I was thinking maybe the movie, if I just do in a simple way, only about the home or flat problems, maybe is not enough. By the end, this, I was thinking to show this whole fucking feudalistic shit of the families and the whole shit of the women where they don't get power to be themselves, which is a very serious question. I hope in the States is not, but in Middle Europe is still a problem to have freedom and to treat it women, you know, the whole gender question, especially in Hungary, where now it's horrible. You know, when you have to know that woman is equal, and afterwards I was thinking, you know, the whole shit. Did you read this Chekhov piece, which is called Three Sisters? You don't know?
I will read it tomorrow.
You know, the Chekhov wrote the people treated at the theaters, treated as a kind of drama. But Chekhov wrote it, this is a kind of comedy. And Chekhov wrote this piece, the theater piece. As I see, now I feel very strange. Because it's a basic stuff. And the three sisters are talking about when the three sisters are sitting and they are dreaming they can go to Moscow and they will have a different life. And somehow when I did this stuff, I was thinking all the time about this Chekhov stuff. When you have this illusion, if you have a flat or if you can go to Moscow, your life will be different and happy, and you can see no possibility. But even if they can get this family a huge villas in the Beverly Hills, they will be fucked up too.
We have some time for some questions from the audience if someone wants to.
His father was one of the worst people I've ever seen. What the?
He was very nice. Swear to God. I was creating a situation, and you know why he was very nice? Because he was absolutely, I created this family. I did the casting, and it was totally different. Of course, from the same neighborhood, but I chose him because he was very talkative, and plus he had a very strong presence. And why I liked him? Because if I said to him, okay, now this is the situation, he has to kick out her with her daughter. He said, okay. Yeah, you know, he was, let's say,